Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Carboni, and to my left is Justin Vilche. Justin, the playoffs begin in 4 days, Saturday, April 20th, 2 games on the air. How we feeling? What's going on? The big implications in tonight's games. Last night's Detroit-Montreal game. Tonight is the night we find out who gets that last playoff spot in the East. Does Auston Matthews play game 81 or 82 to get 70? What happens? But first, we got to say what's up. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, bro?
I am hype right now. Last night, I was watching hockey. I was paying attention to all the games, specifically that Montreal-Detroit one, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
The chase for 70 could be put on hold or it could be over. Who knows? We're going to talk about that. But first, let's get into the Buffalo Sabres news quickly. That the team announced that they fired Dom Granato as their coach after with expectations of them being in that playoff hunt and maybe competing for that, maybe a division spot or at least that wild card slot. They did not go for that spot. Indeed, they had a really, pretty bad season, I'd say.
It was a poor season. Like, you would expect them to do much better. I mean, I had them fighting for a playoff spot because, like, come on. Like, you have Tuck, you have Thompson, you had Middlestat at the time, you had Cousins, you had Deline. Like, you had great players on the team. And I don't really know what happened. Like, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen stepped up ever since he got recalled, and it's just been starting, like, every game. And he's been quite good for them. But I think it was just a little bit too late that they were playing well, and it kind of just costed their season. So
yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since 2000. What was it? What season was it? Against
12? Like
2000? No, it was 2010 or 9. It's been like way too. They got the longest, I think, playoff drought in sports. Someone's going crazy out there. But yeah, man, it's been so long since they made playoffs, and I don't know what to say. I guess firing the coach was the move. I had a suspicion they were going to do it. I think I like how Buffalo waited to the end of the season to get that taken care of. Let him have his last couple games. I mean, they won yesterday on the road, but considering all that, they still think they need a new coach, and Craig Berube is the guy. I think Buffalo needs to go after.
I think Craig Berube is a Leaf.
Yeah,
Once
do you think so?
done. Yeah. I mean, dude, just fire him, dude. Just bring in Bruce Boudreau. Like, bro, dude, Sabres
Really?
fans, dude. Sabres fans need love. Okay, Sabres fans, bro. Like, they got to get hype again, bro. Bruce Boudreau, bro. Bruce, there it is, bro. Get Bruce in Buffalo, dude. Bro, they need a cheer, dude. Sabres fans need to cheer for something, bro. If Bruce Boudreau gets the Sabres hot and going, bro, dude, it could be a good time. It could be a good time in Buffalo.
Could be, but like we saw what happened with Talk coming in and just regrouping this Canucks team. They made the playoffs this year. Can Bruce Boudreau really I mean, when he did come in, he came in at a great time when Travis Green was, let go by the team. And Boudreau came in and they were playing good. And then last season they were struggling and they got rid of him. But I don't know. Is Bruce Boudreau the fit for Buffalo? Maybe. I really think Craig Berube is a better option. I think Chief's got the he's got the experience. Like, I mean, Boudreau has experience, but like I feel like his style of coaching would fit this Buffalo Sabres team a lot better than Boudreau's. And I think it would work a lot better for the Sabres if they got a guy like Berube in instead of Boudreau.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but I mean, Bruce Boudreau, like, his team, like, if he coached the Sabres team right now, who already have a good, like, their decor is good. Like, let's not act like they're like garbage. Like,
Dude, their
they have
decor is insane. The bro,
like they're still young. And dude, like, if he wants the Sabres to go have fun and play like offensive hockey, like, dude, he can get the guys going. Like, he has Cousins, he has Tuck, he has Thompson, he has Skinner. Like, I think Bruce Boudreau would be a phenomenal fit in Buffalo. And I think if he gets hot at the start of the season or next year, dude, I mean, it would be fun. It would be fun to watch.
It would bring. I think they would. I think next year, like the teams like Ottawa, Detroit, and Buffalo, they need to be in the hunt this year. They can't be. They can't go out as early as they did. I think
Yeah.
they need to be where Philly is, or where Detroit is, and where Pittsburgh is, and where Washington is fighting for that spot. But moving along to that fight for the last playoff spot, as we record this Tuesday at 1:45, we've got 4 teams that could finally get this last playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Now, Detroit's game last night versus Montreal was huge. At home, in front of your fans, if you lose in regulation, you're done.
Yeah.
They come out in the first period, completely shit the bed. First of all, that first period was pathetic.
That was really
They like Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson's going to be good. We talked about this last night. He was moving the puck. He got his first NHL point. Good for Lane Hudson. However, in your home barn against Montreal, a team who's already out, has nothing to play for, you have to open the game strong. And they didn't do that. Alex Lyon, we've talked about Alex Lyon. He's not the guy to be that's gonna bring them to the cup final. I have more trust in James Reimer, especially what he did to his former team on Saturday, where he pulled out the win in overtime. But they go down 4-1. This is, I want to say, 7 minutes to go in the second. Compher gets it to 4-2. They head into the third period down 4-2. And then the game switches around. Montreal was getting outplayed that third period. Detroit was humbling shots on Montembeault. He kept shutting the door. DeBrincat gets a goal. It's 4-3. After that, holy shit. What a sequence. I mean, as soon as the goalie came out, Larkin brings it up. He gets the puck down. They shoot it on net. Armia tries to clear. Gostisbehere grabs the puck all the way up. It's like it's in a movie script. He puts it down. He sets it to the corner, gives it to Raymond. Raymond walks in, takes the space, and buries it and ties the game for Detroit. Because if they were to not get a point or lose in regulation, Finn, the team and the season is over. And then they go to overtime, and Lucas Raymond, again, his game has just developed tremendously. He has been insane for this team. He comes up and he gets the overtime winner for Detroit. How incredible was that game? Because I know both of us were watching that shit. Oh my, it's like, that's cinema right there. That's cinema.
Oh, no, that was insane. Like, okay, first of all, when you watch the game, like, dude, the Habs were getting chances early on in the third. And if Lion didn't those chances, bro, dude, the game was over. The fact that Lion, although we call him mediocre, he made some timely stops, which was massive for them.
He had to. He had to.
The fact that Gostisbehere got up and saved that puck.
He saved the season.
No one's really gonna talk about that. Everybody's gonna talk about, oh, Raymond scored the 2 goals, the tie game, and the game winner. Dude, if it wasn't for Raymond, hold on one second, let me just charge my computer. If it wasn't for Gostisbehere jumping up and saving that puck, dude, who knows what could happen? Maybe the Canadians would have got the puck back, and then they would have scored on the empty net. The fact that he kept that puck in, dude, I can't emphasize it enough. Like, Red Wings fans have to give Gostisbehere credit, because if he didn't catch that, it would have been over. Raymond, because everybody.
I said at the beginning of the season, I think the Gostisbehere ad was really, really good. Yeah, because he's a great defenseman, and he's been that quarterback on that power play.
Yeah,
and look at that, it's saved their season.
Literally.
He saved the now.
If he didn't catch that, it was over.
Like, continue.
Yeah, and then Raymond, like, unbelievable season. Like, he hasn't been getting talked about enough, because, like, yeah, he's still young, but, like, you still have, like, Bedard and, guys like Brock Faber and Logan Cooley, first season, 20 goals in his first season. Like, it's cool and all, but dude, Raymond, when they needed him most, he's been there. Patrick Kane,
I know. He had a bit of a sophomore slump. Raymond, he had a bit of a sophomore slump, but this year he's got 81 games, and I think he's got 72 points. So he's really picked up his game. Patrick Kane, I mean, he's the guy that they're going to be, like, a lot of teams are watching, making sure, like, they contain him. But he was, the way he kept bringing up the puck and moving the puck, he looked fine. It doesn't, to me, I don't see an issue with Patrick Kane. But
yeah, it didn't reflect on the score sheet.
Raymond's the guy that's, we see now. DeBrincat, a bit of like a slow start in that game until he scored.
Yeah.
Larkin, he was moving the puck and then there you go. Raymond gets the final goal. But now, the rematch tonight at the Bell Center, Detroit and Montreal. It looks like it's going to be Reimer starting against Primo, I assume. They confirmed Reimer. I'm not sure about Primo. But, so, tonight, Detroit can clinch that last spot. If they win in any fashion, and Washington loses against Philly to clinch a spot. So Detroit can clinch. But now, let's move over to Washington, who can also clinch. All they need to do, considering they have more regulation wins than the Red Wings, they just need to win in any fashion to clinch a spot. Pittsburgh can be eliminated if Detroit or Washington win. The Flyers can clinch with a regulation win, and 0 points are scored for Pittsburgh. Let's say they bring it to overtime tomorrow against the Islanders, then they'll be out. Or if Detroit goes to overtime. So regulation losses for Pittsburgh and Detroit are key for Philadelphia's playoff hopes. Yeah. The only team that seems that can control their destiny is Washington.
Yeah, Washington have to win tonight. Like if they don't win, bro,
this is a huge game. They just beat the Bruins at home.
Yeah,
and now they're playing the Flyers, who are right like this. It's like this right now. The Flyers need this win. They need no points from Detroit or Pittsburgh.
They are playing at home.
They are playing at home in Philly.
Urson, I think, is already big.
The Capitals are in a second half of a back-to-back, too.
Yeah, but, dude, I think you have to start Lindgren. Like, Lindgren started yesterday, but that doesn't matter. Like, Kemper hasn't played in, 3 weeks? Like, you can't put in Kemper now. Like, Lindgren has to start. Like, bro, oh my gosh. If the Capitals don't start Lindgren tonight and they start Kemper and they lose, dude, no, that can't happen.
It's looking like Kemper is expected. Samuel Erson's confirmed, and Darcy Kemper is expected right now.
You have to start Lindgren. Like, it doesn't matter that he got a shutout yesterday. He might be tired, but dude, you have to play him. Like, he's been on a hot streak. Like, you have to continue riding the high. Like, you win today, you're in the playoffs, and then you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. You just have to get there.
You have to ride the hot hand.
You have to go with Lindgren. I do think. I think it's over for the Flyers anyway. Like, even if they win today, I still don't see them making it. Like,
well, because Pittsburgh and Detroit just need a point each.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Philly's lost too many games now. I think they're done. They can't even if they do win tonight. If Detroit somehow get a point and Pittsburgh somehow get a point, it's done. Like, I don't care. Regulation wins is important. And going on an 8-game losing streak in March and /April is your fault. Come on, I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
Fuck the Flyers. They blew their chance. They were sitting comfortable and they fucked it up. So that's on them now. Honestly, Flyers fans can complain about that. That's your team just sucks. Okay. The fact you didn't go after the Carter Hart shit, whatever happened, you didn't go get a goalie at the deadline. You trusted Erison, and then you brought this Russian spy, Fedorov, this military dude. He's not doing it for you either. So, bro, if the Flyers somehow get in, they're gonna get smoked by the Rangers. The goaltending is just gonna be Shesterkin versus Erson. Are you serious, bro? Come on, because it's guaranteed now that the Rangers will be playing the second wildcard team as they clinched the President's Trophy last night, which is sort of a curse. But if you're playing the Flyers, who gives? Who gives?
No, but honestly, I think
tonight's games are I'm going to be having Detroit and Montreal on one screen, Washington, Philly on the other. Those are the two games I'm going to be paying attention to. Also, the Leafs game, which we're going to talk about shortly, because
I'm going to have the Leafs game on the TV and then have Canadians game and Washington game on the computer. I mean, bro,
you gotta have both.
No, but
who gets in? Who gets in before we move on to Toronto? Who gets in?
I think Washington was and they make it. But I think they win, but I hope Pittsburgh makes it. I think Caps win, but I hope they lose and I hope the Penguins make it. But it'll
be interesting if Washington gets a point.
Yeah, it would be because
it would make it more of a race if Washington gets a point.
Yeah. I just don't see Ovechkin like taking his team
Like, who's
lightly.
getting, is it Ovi or Crosby that gets in? Is it Ovi or Crosby that gets in?
I think it might be Ovi only because they played tonight, and he's like, dude, we have this game. Like, we win tonight and we're in. We don't have to worry about anything else. We have this under control. And I think Ovi will get the guys going. I think he will tell his guys, like, come on, like, this is our chance. Like, we've done all this throughout the season. Like, nobody had the Capitals making the playoffs. And if
I
they
didn't.
make, yeah, I didn't, bro. Like, the Caps, like, come on. And if I think Ovi's like, dude, everybody's underestimating us. We have to get this done. And I think they get it done. I think they get it done, and I hope they don't. I really hope they don't. But I think.
Yeah, man. I mean, all of these matchups versus the Rangers sound like incredible. Like
Most
Pittsburgh
dude,
Rangers.
Bruins yesterday. They just shut out the Bruins. What makes you think that? Oh, we just shut out the Bruins and then we're gonna lose to the Flyers? Like, bro, if you shut out the Bruins yesterday, you can beat the Flyers tonight. Like, come on, that has to go in the dressing room. Like, come
Have
on.
to ride Charlie Lindgren though. Kemper's not the guy. Like you said, I agree. I think it's got to be Charlie Lindgren that gets the back-to-back starts, and then he's rested up until I think if they play the Rangers, they play Sunday because the Knicks play game one Saturday. So if they finish it tonight and they get in, you just put Lindgren in. You have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days rest, then you're off your series. And we didn't see the Capitals in the playoffs last year. So I think honestly, I think Sid is missing out again. I think the Flyers are also missing out. And I hate to say it, but I genuinely think that Detroit is not going to win this game tonight. And it sucks because these
No,
last two games. No, I think Washington does get in. I want it to be Detroit, but like I think Montreal's coming out for revenge. It's in the Bell Center. I think
yeah.
Luke Tuck might be making his debut today.
Uh,
Carey Price will be in the building.
oh,
What I've seen social media. So I think Detroit, they've played their hearts out. They've played like really well against the Leafs. They won that game after blowing a 4-1 lead, and they came back from 4-1 down against Montreal. Not tonight. I think it's over. I think the Capitals are going to get in because Ovi's chase for Gretzky's record will continue in the playoffs,
does
and
Ovi score?
we're gonna see the New York Rangers versus the Washington Capitals in round one.
Well,
That's my prediction,
does Ovi score?
and that's what I think. Does Ovi score? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ovechkin's gonna score tonight.
I
I've got a
still-
feeling.
I think
I
he
have a
can.
feeling we're gonna see something like maybe it goes to OT. The Flyers are already eliminated, and Ovi just gets that 1T from his spot on the power play or wherever he gets the puck, and he ends it and brings Washington to the playoffs again. What a story today will be.
I don't want it, bro.
That's the thing. I want it to be Detroit because,
Like,
but here's the problem.
like nothing against them. I just like,
No,
ugh,
there's just
they're
better
bo-
matchups.
they're boring. That's what it is. Like the Islanders are boring. Like
I know. I'm pretty pissed the Islanders got in. They clinched yesterday.
it's okay, bro. Caps, no, bro. Kane's in like 4. Like it's fine.
Here's the thing. I want it to be Detroit, but like I don't think they're ready yet either. Like considering the fact that they from January up until now they've been like
Yeah, and then yesterday with that win, like, bro, like,
riding the way through. They're not ready yet. They're not mature enough yet because they're not winning important games like against Pittsburgh last week. But man, I think it's going to be Washington tonight. It has to be. If they go with Lindgren, it's Washington.
And our producer is a Penguins fan, so we might have to feel
Shout out to Eddie, who loves the Penguins.
that's our
I don't
man.
think they get it. And I think Crosby is going to leave if they don't get in.
But if they do make it, I would be happy for Minnie, and I'll be happy for the Penguins fan base because I have nothing wrong with the Penguins. I actually like I don't mind them at all. So you know what? If they make it, I wouldn't even be mad. So it's okay.
Okay, so we talked about that wild card race. Let's talk about the teams who are already in the playoffs. So if I look at the NHL standings right now, Boston, 1 game left. I think they play tonight against the Senators.
Yeah.
Florida Panthers, 1 game left. So with that being said, do we see the Leafs play the Bruins in the first round, or do we see them play the Panthers in the first round? Because according to NHL Public Relations, the Bruins will clinch the Atlantic Division title if they defeat the Senators in any fashion, or they get 1 point versus Senators, and the Panthers lose to the Maple Leafs in any fashion. And then on the other side, we've got the Florida Panthers, who will clinch the Atlantic Division title if they defeat the Maple Leafs in any fashion, and the Bruins lose. Or they get a point and the Bruins lose in regulation. Who's it going to be? Who will Toronto meet in the first round of the playoffs?
Bro, so I would love to see the Bruins Leafs, right? I think we would like I honestly believe we would match up better against the Bruins than the Panthers. Now, the fact that this relies on the Senators to like beat the Bruins in TD Garden, bro, you know that's not gonna happen, bro. Like you can pretty much guarantee like we're gonna play the Panthers in the first round.
Well, Boston could throw the game if they want to play the Leafs.
They could like just throw it on purpose.
If I'm Boston, I'd rather play the Leafs than Tampa.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even think of that. They might just like be like, okay, like our history with the Leafs is like pretty good, so we might just like play the Leafs.
Like,
but like
you rest Pastrnak, you rest Marchand, you rest your big guys, let these AHL guys come up, and then you lose to the Sens. Whatever. You play the Leafs in the first round. But it all also ends up on Florida's hands too. Paul Maurice, in the recent press conference this morning, said he doesn't give a shit about load management. He's playing his guys tonight. So it looks like they're going out to win this game, as it looks like they want to just put a beat down on these Leafs today. So what's it going to be?
And Verhaeghe's back. Ugh.
Who are the Leafs playing, bro? Who are they playing?
I think it's Panthers.
You think so, eh? You think Boston? Boston, all they have to do is just force overtime.
Yeah,
and
like,
they division.
Bro, are they really gonna lose in regulation to the Sens, bro? Like, come on.
Depends if they rest players.
Okay, the Sens could be a stingy team. Like they could be like a banana skin. Like
they just get shut up by the Rangers, but like they could just pull up to Boston and
Yeah, like we've seen that happen before. So I mean, I hope it's Boston, but I think it's Florida. Cause bro.
I mean, Boston Leafs would bang as a series, man. Holy shit.
Like I would need
that would be
speaking of tonight's game, Verhaeghe is back and healthy. He's in the lineup for Florida, obviously against the Leafs, because he just had to be healthy for tonight, which I mean, okay, whatever. But the story of the night is, will Matthews play or not play? Will he hit 70? Will Sheldon Keefe play him in the final two games, or will he sit him? What's your take? Because we have two different takes on this one.
Yeah, so this morning I wrote an article talking about if the Leafs should rest or play Auston Matthews. You should go check that out, NHLHotTopics.com. But I wrote an article discussing if Matthews should play. Now, my personal belief, Steve Dangle also, I think, agrees with this. I saw in the Steve Dangle podcast that, like, I think Adam Wild asked him a question where it was like, you play Auston Matthews game 81, 82. He doesn't score game 81, but he scores game 82. Do you play Auston Matthews? I really think you don't. This guy is the team's clear MVP, no matter the season Nylander had already or started to become one. Matthews is that guy. If it was again, let's say the Leafs played, I don't know, they play like
the Sharks.
The Sharks. Okay, play him. You play him against the team that's more than likely going to meet him in round one. They're probably going to do some bullshit. They got Lomberg, they've got Nick Cousins, they've got those dirtbags on that team whose job is to make it hell for the top players. Although Reeves is playing, Domi's not. That's another thing. Domi's not playing tonight either. Keefe confirmed that. Let's say, okay, you get past the Panthers injury-free. You go the next night against Tampa Bay, who are itching to get their revenge on you for you beating them last year in the first round, being the first time since 2004 to get into the playoffs. Tampa Bay they're pissed because that could potentially be the second round matchup too. So is it worth Auston Matthews? I mean, we might have just seen the peak of his career getting 69. I don't think that's the case. I think you could 100% guaranteed he'll hit 70 next year again. I can confirm that. I guarantee he'll hit 70 again next year. Yeah. To take that risk and play him against the two Florida teams who you have rivals against, who have guys that are going to go after Matthews, is it worth him playing and not going into the playoffs potentially with an injury? I don't think so. You have to rest him. But that's the chase for 70 is great and all, but I would rather have a healthy Auston Matthews in the playoffs who can score than Auston Matthews going into the playoffs with an injury that we don't hear about until after they're eliminated. But that's my opinion. What do you think? I know you're leaning towards playing him because you want the 70.
I'll tell you this, yeah. The fact that Paul Maurice isn't resting his guys leads me to believe Sheldon Keefe should not rest his guys. Dude, just because the Panthers could possibly injure Matthews should not scare the Leafs team. Like, we could possibly injure the Florida Panthers players. Like, every single game you go out there, you risk an injury anyway, right? Like, dude, Paul Maurice is playing Kachuk. He's playing Barkov. He's playing Verhaeghe. He's playing Brendan Montour. Like, he's playing Reinhart. He's playing his top dudes. I don't see a reason why, like, Matthews should just sit out, because they're playing the Florida Panthers. Dude, Paul Maurice is going fully healthy as well against the Leafs team. And then you want to talk about, okay, if Matthews had 70 tonight, sure, sit him against Tampa. He doesn't need to play anymore, whatever. But the fact that he's chasing a record, and if Keefe doesn't play this man, I tweeted this, there has to be serious talks within that management, because there's no way you're going to let him stick at 69 and then be afraid of playing him, okay? If he doesn't score tonight, you play him tomorrow, okay? Because, bro, dude, do you honestly think John Cooper is just going to sit out Point, Kucherov, Stamkos, Victor Hedman? Like, dude.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, if he does, okay, whatever, right? That's his decision. Did Bednar bench McKinnon against the Jets on Saturday?
No, it doesn't look like it. And they got blown out.
Okay. Did he bench McKinnon against a Golden Knights team who really dislike the Avs?
Here's the thing.
No. Hold on. Did Bednar coach bench McKinnon when they played the Golden Knights?
No.
Okay. So why would it make sense? By the way, Jets play the Avs first round. Okay.
McKinnon. They're fighting for home ice.
McKinnon, fighting for home ice. Dude, home ice does not matter. We know this. Dude, do you honestly believe, like, bro, McKinnon is fighting for the Hart Trophy, okay? Like, obviously Bednar is going to play him. He's fighting for the Hart Trophy. Matthews is trying to reach 70 goals. It doesn't make sense to just sit him because, oh my gosh, you're afraid of him getting injured. Okay, might as well just sit the whole fucking team. Okay, might as well just sit Marner, might as well just sit Riley, might as well just sit Nylander, JT, Matthews. You know what? Might just sit everyone because, oh my gosh, we're afraid of people getting injured. Dude, play the guy. Okay, he's earned the right to score 70 goals in the final 2 games. I
think it's his call. I think it's Matthews' call. I don't think it should be Keefe's call.
It shouldn't be Keefe's call. And if Matthews says, okay, let me just set out, that's fine. Leave it up to him. Keefe should not be telling Matthews, okay, well, I want you to set out because I'm afraid of you getting injured. It's complete nonsense. He has earned the right to fight for 70 goals. He has done this. He's been consistent all year since October. He's been consistent scoring goals. Okay, multiple hat tricks, multiple multi-goal games. Okay, key goals when we needed him most. If he doesn't play, Keefe should be fired regardless. But dude, if Matthews doesn't play and
we've had our disagreements on Keefe, like we really don't think he should be the guy coaching.
No, he shouldn't be.
But I see where you're coming from, and I mean it makes sense. I think ultimately it's up to Matthews' decision, regardless of if Keefe wants him sitting. I think it's got to be Matthews' decision. If he and think about it, if he tells the team, I'm not playing these next 2 games, give him the fucking C. Because he cares about this team a lot more than his 70 goal record. It's up to him automatically. You know he wants to hit 70. But that look that I saw on Saturday on the bench when Detroit got the OT winner, it looked to me as if, fuck, I lost my chance to get 70 goals. I'm gonna have to just wait again until next year to try. I think that expression on the bench said something. I don't know if you caught it or not after when Detroit scored. But I don't know if Matthews is gonna right as it looks. And I'm looking at the lineups on Daily Faceoff. Nothing has changed. They're going with Bertuzzi, Matthews, Marner, Nyes, Tavares, Nylander, Robertson, Holmberg, Gregor, Dewar, Camp, Reeves. Basically, and then for defense, Riley Labushkin, Benoit McCabe, Edmondson, Liljegren, and Walls and net. So it doesn't look like the only guys that are out are McMahon, Domi, and Yarncroke. But like it looks like from what I see here, it looks like Sheldon Keefe is going to keep this as his lineup for tonight.
Yeah, I don't see anything about Matthews being sit out on Twitter right now. So I think as of right now, but again, they're still 5 hours away, right? Like who knows? But as of right now, I don't see him sitting.
Because he could be a late minute scratch, and you don't know. The game's on at what? 7:30? What time's the game on? 7:30?
I want to say 7:30. I hope it's 7 because 7:30 start times. By the way, cancel all 7:30 start times, please. It's a waste of time.
I know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see, Leafs Panther 7:30. Yeah, great job scheduling. Yeah, great job. 7:30. Nice. Yeah, make me wait another half an hour for no reason. Okay. Yeah.
But in the meantime, you can go check out Montreal Detroit, which is on at 7 p.m.
True.
Until the Leafs game.
Start time. And Senators Bruins and Caps Flyers.
So we've got a lot of games to watch tonight. But I'm really man, it's just
Matthews is 70 against Tampa tomorrow. And plus, I need him for my fantasy squad. So
I was like thinking that they should do have keep Matthews on the bench. Every power play you get, throw him on, and then take him off. Like if he scores, dressing room, let him go chill on the beach with a martini or something, bro. Like let him come on for the power plays and just score. Just draw a bunch of penalties,
dude. That would be so, bro.
That would be funny.
That would be so funny.
The last time we saw 70 goals, I wrote in my article. I think it was Team Kalani and back in the 1992. So it's been a long time, man.
And another thing, we have never seen 70 goals in our lifetime. Like throughout our 19 years of existence,
Jamie Benn won the Art Ross with 87 points. Auston Matthews just get 70 goals alone. It's insane. It's insane.
Shout out McDavid for 100 assists. That's actually insane. You know what? That's actually insane. 100 assists. As much as I criticize the dude for playoff and McKinnon saying he's better, McDavid 100 assists, that's actually crazy. That's unbelievable. So yeah, congratulations. Okay. I'm not gonna let that go.
Probably gonna hit it too if he does play tomorrow. How many points is he anyway? I think 2.
I think 1 assist away.
Let's see.
Dude, let's see. Okay. Does John Cooper play Kucherov against the Leafs for him to get 100 assists?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. He's at 99 assists.
Okay, what if it gets to this? What if Matthews doesn't score tonight and John Cooper plays Kucherov tomorrow for 100 assists and Keefe plays Matthews for 70 goals? Does that happen?
No, I think it's a waste if Matthews doesn't score 70 tonight. I think it's a waste because it's a waste of a game. It's a waste of energy. The whole point of him playing these games is just to get 70. If he hit 70 on Saturday, he wouldn't be playing right now. So he needs to get it tonight. If not, it's a waste of an effort, and he will play against Tampa Bay then. If he doesn't score tonight, he's going to play him against Tampa, which I don't think it's right because he might get injured. I'm really looking. I'm going to be watching Nick Cousins, the dirtbag on that Panthers team. I'm going to be watching him because he's a dirty player, and I'm going to watch that. And I know that Boston fans are going to be watching this game too.
Oh yeah, 100%. Does Cooper play Kucherov tomorrow?
Yes, I think so. To get 100 assists against the Leafs.
Oh, dude, especially against the Leafs, bro. Come on, Kucherov has to play. Bro. I mean, we'll see.
We will see indeed, because tonight at 7, if you're a hockey fan, book your night off. Tell your family I'm chilling in the basement today. I'm watching Flyers Caps. I'm watching Detroit Montreal. I'm watching Bruins Senators, and I'm watching Florida and Toronto.
Come on, bro.
The West is shaped. I mean, we can quickly talk about the West right now.
Battle.
The Stars can win the Western Conference today. Vegas could potentially play Edmonton. Oh, if I hit my mic. They could play Edmonton if they win tonight, basically. If I'm looking at the standings correctly. Yeah, so if Vancouver gets 1 point, they win the division. And if Yeah, Nashville is done, so they'll be stuck at 99. If Vegas win their next 2 games, Nashville will play Dallas, and Vegas or LA will play the Canucks. So very big implications tonight for Vegas. They host the Chicago Blackhawks. That should be an easy win.
Should be.
But we don't know. I think LA also plays Chicago. I could be mistaken.
Yes, they do play Chicago. Golden Knights play Chicago, the Ducks.
And the Ducks.
Yeah, bro. So like, come on.
At home. There you go.
Bro. Dude, Oilers, Golden Knights. Dude, Golden Knights.
Oilers, Golden Knights. I would love that. Again, that's another great series that we can potentially see.
Please.
I know you hate Edmonton with all your passion.
Dude, Edmonton, bro.
Mick Jesus is going to take the Golden Knights out in the first round.
Think so? Okay. No, we gotta save that. We gotta save that for our predictions when it comes out on
Friday. Friday's the day our predictions will be coming out. We're gonna do our bracket. That's all we're gonna talk about because we'll know who's playing who by Friday. But guys, tune into tonight's hockey games. It's going to be electric. Playoff type games. Winner. Who knows? Who's going to win? I don't know. He doesn't know. I'm going to say Washington wins, and I'm going to say the Bruins lose to the Sens, and we're going to get Leafs Boston, and we're going to get the Rangers playing the Washington Capitals in the first round. But that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast, guys. I am fired up for tonight's games. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on the podcast, subscribe, and tell all your friends. And listen, like I said, Friday, we will be back giving our playoff predictions, our playoff previews, who we think is going to win the Stanley Cup. And we'll see you guys then. Enjoy tonight's Hockey Mania tonight. Take it easy, everybody.